Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, we have so much new makeup to try together. It's almost overwhelming. There's just every time I look online, I see something new that I have to try. So on today's video, I have picked up the latest palette at Patricta. This is the Major Dimension Essential Artistry Edit eyeshadow palette in the light shade. I've got Gucci, the latest glow highlighter, and this is the limited edition for the holiday. Very excited about this one. And I have the shade Arctic Pink. And also, I'm going to play with the latest sequin lip gloss at Dior. And I want to try something with the Chanel Duo lip gloss as well. And a bunch of other makeup products. So don't go anywhere. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and let's get right into it. I'm going to put the hair away and I have to apologize. My voice is a bit like I'm not sick, but I do feel my nose to be a little bit like having the sniffles, but I'm not actually sick. I don't know. It's just, or maybe it's a very mild cold. And I feel like nothing in life prepares you for the amount of cold and flu you're gonna have when your kid starts to be a social butterfly. So yeah, I feel like there's always a little bit of something lingering somewhere. So it's just a little annoying, but otherwise I'm fine. I'm sleeping really well. I'm staying hydrated. So fingers crossed, it's not gonna get any worse than this. Now, let's start with the makeup. I don't know where to start. There's so many new products. Obviously, I've done my complexion. I've done foundation. There's a little bit of contour, not too much, very soft, and concealer. And I've powdered my face because I'm not planning on using other cream product for today's look. Let's just look at the Gucci highlighter. I don't know. I just feel like it's really calling my name. And I'm having a moment for everything like baby pink blush, lipstick, eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm having a moment for that very soft pink. I just find it really pretty at the moment. So obviously, well, this is the shade I had to pick up. There's a second shade available. It's a gold shade, but this is so pretty. I mean, so it is my first time trying the Gucci highlighter. I completely skipped on them last year when they were launched. And so I don't really know, I don't know what to expect. I absolutely love Gucci product. I think they are what they are supposed to be. They are always very reliable. And one of my favorite foundation from all time is the Gucci, the Éternité de Beauté in the matte finish. It's a medium coverage, and honestly, it is that velvety matte luminous finish. It is absolutely gorgeous. Mixed with the silk primer, like you cannot go wrong. I finished both of them a few months back, and I just have so much, and I want to try their product, but it's a foundation and primer that I'm considering repurchasing because it is just so good. So back to the highlighter, it is a multi-use silky illuminating powder. So obviously multi-use, and a lot of products are now doing multi-use, or you can use them on your face, you can use it as a eyeshadow, you can use it on your body, wherever, whatever you choose. And I think it's a great thing. It's not necessarily a new thing. I just feel like because they're now putting it onto the label, people are actually okay with doing it, whereas before people were a bit maybe reluctant or not so adventurous, but it's always been an option. So I'm just happy to see that brands are actually making a conscious effort of giving you the idea or giving you the option. There are also matte lipsticks for the holiday limited edition collection. So let's swatch it. I always have that moment of going in the pan for a first time. Oh, it is so silky, look. Oh, wow. Definitely a cool tone shade. Definitely a cool tone shade. Like there is no second guessing. It is made for a cool tone skin. Cool undertone skin. But the texture, it's really like just a veil of silk It is gorgeous and there is zero sparkle. It's just very reflective. But if you go with a very soft layer, very, very thin and gentle, you're not gonna have a super big pink or purple-ish. It's just gonna be very soft, just a little bit to catch the light. So I'm very excited to try this one. So to finish my face, I'm gonna use my Hourglass palette in the Dior shade. And my skin has gone so light. I've not used any fake tan or sunless tan in quite some time, and I am so pale. I think I'm just not used to this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a light and pale, fair skin. I'm just not used to it because, well, I've lived for 10 years in the Middle East and I've always been never really sitting in the sun, but you're just tan all year around. And then when we moved here, my first I was kind of half in Dubai, half here, and then I spent a lot of time in the south of France in our house. I think now it's the first time I'm actually just in the UK, staying in the UK. It's been, well, actually, I came back in August and yeah. So I can see my skin just losing the little bit of tan that was left. But it is what it is, huh? So to finish the face, I'm going to use this palette. I need to play more with them, and I'm sure you guys are the same. We always get super excited, new product, and then, oops, there's a new product again. So I'm going to go with the bronzer, so the top shade here. And I feel like, as much as I love those palettes, I always feel like the squares are a little bit small, or I am just using a brush that is too big. You know, it's always there's always that too. But they are, I really like Hourglass powders. I think Hourglass makes face product, the face powders, just beautiful product. The eyeshadow, well, yeah, it's a hard pass for me on the quads. I have one. I'm just not impressed. But the powders, oh, I mean, just always so blurring. So the finish of the powders is just wow. And this bronzer is also beautiful on cooler skin tone. Like this. And look at how radiant it makes your skin look. And it's really blurring as well. And I'm going to use the pink blush in the palette. Just like this, very softly. I'm gonna keep things quite soft onto this look. And if you are wondering, the foundation I am wearing today is the Backstage foundation at Dior. I forgot I had this foundation, to be really honest, and I was looking at the foundation that matches my lighter skin color at the moment, and this is 1.5 neutral, and it's a really good match. But we are 5, so usually I would use 2.5, but I guess, yeah, it's always good to have a few options in your makeup kit. How beautiful is this? Look at how radiant it is. But this foundation has, so it's made for body and face, but in it is a very buildable foundation. I've only used a very light layer. It's kind of, it's close, it's giving you a light to medium coverage, but if you want, you can actually build it. And you need to really give it a good shake before you apply it, but it's made, as I mentioned, for your face and body. So if you're doing bridal, if you're doing runways, or you want to just, you know, try and play a little bit, if you want to camouflage some tattoo, it's like, it's not the most coverage. There are other products out there if you want to hide your tattoos, but I think this is actually pretty good because you can build it. So I'm gonna leave the cheeks like this because now I want to try the highlighter. So the highlighter is made of a complex, is made of teeny tiny pearls that will reflect the light. Super light texture that feels like silk onto the skin. And it's made to be a very long lasting product. You can use it. So it's a multi-use, as I mentioned. So it's good for your face, your eyes, your body, your lips. If you wanted to top it over your lipstick, up to you. There's endless possibilities. For today, I'm just going to use it as a typical traditional highlighter. I want to see how it looks onto my skin first. I've got my fan brush and I'm going to come a little bit closer to you guys. And so it's also very buildable. So you can start with a very soft layer and just add some more. Can you already see? So the good news is it's not like neon pink or purple. It's just giving you a very soft, hue of that pink mauve reflection. It is gorgeous. And if you don't like to have any sparkle in your highlighter, you will be over the moon, because there is absolutely zero sparkles in here. I found the texture and how it feels on the skin to be quite innovative. It makes me think of the new Dior highlighter and the House Lab highlighter that have that bio gel, very gel formula-like finish. It's really pleasant and I absolutely love this. It's very soft, and now it makes me feel like I should probably get the gold one, because I wouldn't necessarily place this on the bridge of the nose. And with a formula like this, great on any skin type, to be honest. I could see this on an oily skin, dry skin. There is no just limit per se. This is gorgeous. And once you've been in the pan, see the reflection. It's that silkiness. It is so nice. I would swim in this. So I picked up the new eyeshadow palette at Patrickta. Patrick created this matte eyeshadow palette, the only essential. So 6 neutral shade that makes everyday look more effortless than ever. It's a velvety smooth formula designed to layer, build, and blend seamlessly into the skin while providing a true color payoff that lasts all day. Very happy with this. I do not see any talc in the ingredient, and it's got a shelf life of 12 months. It's got mica into it. Look at this. I'm gonna say it right away. This is not a cool tone palette. The 3 palettes that he's launched like this with the 6 shade into them, they are neutral to warm. They're not made for a cool undertone skin. Not at all. I mean, you can get away with these, but the minute you go further down the pan, they are matte, but they are, in my opinion, neutral to warm skin tone. They're not made for a super cool tone, undertone skin. I love these. I know we will have a lot of very polar opposites reaction. People will all either say, I absolutely love it, or they'll say it's completely pointless. In my opinion, if you are a makeup artist, if you're doing a lot of makeup, if you're a minimalistic person that likes that effortless, kind of elevated, a little bit more makeup look, do you like something matte? Don't sleep on this. This is beautiful. Patrickta's formula are amazing. They are super long lasting. They are very easy to build. It's an artist palette. It's made for you to play with it. You know, when we look at the Dior and the Chanel, they are cosmetic line. They have a different clientele. The target is not the same. When we look at products like this, or if I compare it with Makeup by Mario or Natasha Denona as well, or even Hong Van Gogh. They are palette made for artists. They are palette made to be used day after day and create like looks, something that really grips onto the skin, that's got a very buildable and great payoff in terms of shade. If you compare Chanel or Dior, I mean, even though Dior's gone to the product are a little bit more bold, but they're still very sheer. It's that very easy to wear makeup that everyone can do. But I have to say though, Dior I feel like has gone into a little bit more, the payoff in the pigment is a little bit more there than it used to be. I think Chanel is still very sheer. It's still very much, it's a different category. But if you're makeup artist, these are like almost a non-negotiable in your makeup. I think anyway. I might be wrong, you guys tell me, but this is how I feel about the palette. So this is the swatch of the 6th shade. I mean, how beautiful are they? Look at this. These two makes me think a lot of the Mario cream eyeshadow in terms of shade. Actually, pretty much all of them. I think all of those neutral shades have a very big time or very big hype at the moment, and I am so happy. I think they are beautiful. The formula is so creamy, but it's very powdery at the same time. It's just that velvety finish. There is no, you can see there is no tugging, there's no creasing, anything onto my skin. And you know, like I've got hair, there is lines here, and there is nothing going wrong with it. Just a stunning palette. Honestly, if you're looking for something that is very easy to work, very effortless, I mean, you're not gonna go wrong with this. So let's go and do a very nice, effortless, chic eye look. I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna start with the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm gonna apply it more towards the inner corner here. And I'm not gonna go all the way. I'm just gonna stop here. So nice, so easy to apply, guys. It is just perfection, and there's nothing fallen under. Very good. And now I'm gonna go with the 2nd shade here, and I'm just gonna place it right after. Sorry, the camera is moving a little bit. And just here, kind of in the middle, smack in the middle of the mobile eyelid, like this. And you know, makeup doesn't have to be complicated. I get, you know, the different shades, the different texture. Some people like to have a very elaborated makeup look, but I think there is something very elegant as well in simplicity and something that really just works. Like this, and then let's build on from there. I'm just looking at the options we have. I'm gonna go with the 3rd shade, this one here, and I'm gonna bring it in the corner. So you'll see now a little bit more, I'm not gonna say dark because it's not necessarily dark, but we're definitely getting more into the pigment. And I'm just staying here. I don't want to go too high on the crease because I'll use one of the other shade. Honestly, the formula is divine. It is so soft, it's so velvety, it's a powder, it's got a bit of a creamy feel to it. It is effortless, it's so easy to use, guys. I cannot believe it. It's just wow. Wow, 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 wow. So now I'm gonna take the darkest shade in the palette. So this shade here, that is the last shade here that I'm gonna come and use into my crease. And I don't want to put too much. Like this. Voila. Same on this side. And now I'm just gonna blend it. I think I need a little bit more onto this side. It doesn't get easier than this. Like seriously guys, I promise you, it doesn't get easier than this. It is just, wow. I am extremely happy about this. And you can literally just come, you know, smudge it a little bit. There's no harsh line. You can do that with a clean brush. How easy is this? And now with the fifth shade that I have not used, so this shade here, I will use it under at the bottom of the eyelashes, just like this, making sure you guys can see. Same onto this side. And voila. And now I'm going to add some eyeliner and mascara, and that's the eye look. The eyes are done, and look at how nice and soft and elegant this is. Like, this is your perfect everyday makeup. Like, there is no going wrong. And I've used my Satin Catchal eyeliner in the shade Cocoa. I think I'm slightly obsessed with it. I think it's just the best you can have at the moment. I am just loving how the formula of the eyeshadow is great. It's so easy to work with. It's very soft. It's very buildable. There's no crease. There's no fallout. And look at how all the shades have just blended to each other. So easy to apply. Like, and the formula is great. The texture is very velvety. It's not too creamy. It's not too powdery. It's not dry. It's just the perfect middle ground. Now I'm going to finish with my lips. So I've done a review on the new Dior Liquid Sequin Lip Gloss, and I really like this shade. This is 220 Ribbon, but they're not transfer proof, and I feel like they just kind of move a little bit too much for my liking. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to apply the color from the Dior Sequin, but lock it with the gloss from Chanel that is completely transfer proof and just stays in place forever and ever. So we're gonna try it together and see how it's going to look. So let's go first with the Dior. And now I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes for the liquid lipstick to be fully dry. Right, so I've got the lipstick completely dry, and you can all see the sequin. So nice. It's nice, but I'm still debating internally if I prefer last year's version or this year. I'm not sure. And then I'm adding my lip gloss from the Chanel Duo lipstick. And now I'm just gonna let it dry, let it sit for a little while, see if my plan is actually working. It's the moment of truth. Let's see if it's transfer proof. It's made the lipstick transfer proof or no. I don't understand. I think it must be the Dior formula under that doesn't activate the lock system. I mean, it's not as bad as a darker shade when you use the Dior Sequin lipstick as a darker shade, because the transfer is next level. It's literally like half of your lipstick just gone. But it's really nice. I just think what I find a bit sad is when you use a lighter shade like the one I'm wearing now, you barely see the sequin once you've applied the gloss on top of it. You kind of lose the sequin effect. I just think because it's such a light shade with the gloss on top of it, you don't have the contrast. Right, final touch. I'm going back to my Hourglass palette and I'm going to use the finishing shade, the finishing powders here. I've got a fluffy, very loose brush and I absolutely love these. They are from Spectrum. It's the collection between KGH and Spectrum. And I'm just going to mix the two of them, the two powders together. Like this. And coming here, it's just adding a really nice luminosity. Kind of blurs a little bit at the same time. Look the difference here versus here. You do, like, there is a difference. It just kind of ties up your makeup a little bit more together. It's very nice. I always use a finishing powder, and if you don't, I think you should. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. I quite like the Hourglass or the Les Météorites de Guerlain, but you know, Maybelline has some amazing finishing powder. If you have a oily skin, One Size, the new Boucle compact powder, it's a finishing powder. It's beautiful. So there are a lot of options out there. I just think it kind of ties up everything together. It kind of just add that finishing touch that you shouldn't be skipping. And that's it for today's look. It's very soft. I really like this. And also I am filming today. It's Sunday. And I feel like on Sunday, I like to wear something that is a little bit more soft, a little bit more like I do errands. So I usually I think I tailor my makeup for what I'm doing. Well, obviously, if you have an event and you know you're going somewhere, you're going to do a makeup for it. But I think for me on Sundays, it's the day where I just, do a few things in the house, do a few errands, and I love to do my makeup, and I usually take the opportunity of filming as well. But I think this is a it's a great Sunday makeup, but it's equally a very nice, soft, elegant, everyday makeup look. I love how the complexion is radiant. It's turned my skin into a very, very beautiful, soft glow skin. It's, that soft focused filter. That's how I feel my skin is looking like today. And there's not that many products. There are a few products. And speaking of, I'll make sure they're down below, pin in a comment for your convenience. And I'm really curious. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of those products? Have you purchased them? Are they on your wish list? And I was reflecting, on how it's a world of consumption, whether you're into makeup, fitness, whatever your thing is. Also, don't forget, there is always a sale happening somewhere. So obviously there are products that are just limited edition, and it's kind of a, you might, if you wait, sometimes you snooze, you lose, and that happens. And that's not the end of the world, because there will be something new coming anyway again. But also, it's fine to wait, sleep on it, and if you still want it in 2 days, fine, go for it. But Sephora sales is coming back. It's just around the corner, and there's always sales somewhere. So don't feel like you rush into buying new things. I'm here to talk to you about new makeup. That's what I do. That's how that's my job. That's why I'm here, and I absolutely love it. I have a budget that I spend on per month. But don't feel like you have to have everything either, because I certainly don't. I have a lot, but I don't have everything. So on this, a big thanks for you guys to be watching my video. I really, really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, put them down below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.